Hello all, and welcome to tonight's review, which I am dubbing the Summer Sausage Review because I'm hungry and I'm going to eat some summer sausage after this. Love that Hillshire Farms Farm summer sausage. Maybe I'll do a review on it. A sausage review. How many sausage reviews are there on YouTube? There's umpty million beer and whiskey reviews, but there's not any sausage reviews that I know of. Maybe I should be reviewing sausages instead, because I love me some sausages. What are we reviewing tonight? Next one from the Samuel Adams Spring Collection. This is Hopscape. This is the one that they're releasing the large box set of, and I can kind of see why. So, this is wheat ale brewed with West Coast hops. 5.5 ABV, 30 IBU. So, a bit hoppier than your average Hefeweizen or even your American wheat ale, but still, not really reaching into the territory that you would say is India Pale Ale territory, or India Pale Wheat Ale territory, I suppose, in this case. Going to be using our Hefeweizen glass, as usual, for most of our wheat ales. And we'll see why in just a little bit. Let's go and give this one a nice, vigorous pour. As befits a wheat ale. Yes. So, very carbonated. I don't know if you can kind of see it because it's sort of an opaque yellow there. Shading a little bit towards orange, but not much, but extremely carbonated with a fluffy white head. Did I accidentally have dropped an eyelash in? Wonderful smell. Just a wonderful bouquet there. Big wheat funk. You know that wheat smell, that slightly funky wheat smell of wheat bread, breadiness, and underneath some phenolic cloves too, a little bit of cloves. Underneath that, well, kind of actually over it is nicely citrus hops, slightly dank, but just wonderful smells of citrus. Blends in perfectly well with that funky wheat. The high carbonation kind of bites in on the tongue, but doesn't numb it. Get a nice light feeling, so mouthfeel is pretty light. Finish is nice and hoppy. Almost clears the palate. Just leaves a nice little ghost of that wheat ale there. Taste in the mids. Burst of sort of juicy citrus there. Shading into bittering hops, but not too bitter. So it's drier than your average wheat ale, but still within, well, I don't know, probably within that borderline there for the American wheat ale style. Took this straight from the refrigerator, so I'm having some trouble getting the front here. It's a little bit cold. Almost like a slight sourness in the front that continues all the way to the back. That mixes with the sweetness of the malt. So you kind of got a little bit of a sweet sour thing there going on. But the main thing is the hops. Hops from start to finish, really. And it's kind of interesting because while the hops are the top note in the nose, the hops are the main note in here. And so it switches. So while the malts, that wheat funk is big in the nose, kind of playing second fiddle to the hops here. don't know, it's a nice contrast to inhale and sip at the same time. Almost a wheat bread-like kind of feels to the hops as well. I mean, to the malts as well. Ordinarily, I wouldn't really care for this style too much. I tend to like my wheat ales on the malty side, but you know, it's not as bad as with dark ales. I just cannot have something with dark malts, strong hopping. But this one, you know, because of the way the nose, the bouquet is structured, it seems pretty well, and you know, it's just a nice beer. And like all the other beers coming out of this spring box set, it's really distinct. It kind of shows off the brewer's art. So even if you don't like it, or, you know, well, I'm not saying I don't like it. I actually kind of do like it. I'm saying I actually like it even though I tend not to like very hoppy wheat ales. It's still just a really interesting thing to kind of see that contrast there in between the nose and, you know, the actual beer itself on your palate. Lemony. Yeah, it's definitely taking more of a lemony sort of feel as it warms up. Much more lemon citrus. It has to do with that sourness there. There's definitely a sourness, it's nowhere near the sourness of an actual sour, but it's a sort of perceived sourness coming from that lemon flavor there. Like dried lemon peel. Yeah. Actually, that's, to tell the truth, yeah, it tastes like, it's like a snack, a Chinese snack. I don't know if you would know it outside of Hawaii or places where there's a lot of Chinese around. But they kind of have like a snack that's like dried lemon peel. This is like dried lemon peel without the lihimui or extra sugar. It's just dried lemon peel. It's sort of sour, a little bit sweet, dried zestiness. And it's kind of funky, so it goes well, you know, it kind of pops out there with that sort of wheat smell. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, dried lemon peel as it warms up. Yeah. Not overly complex, but just a very interesting beer, like all the beers here. I have to say, you know, the one that's least complex so far, I haven't had the Hells or High Water yet, which is the final one I'll be reviewing, but, you know, the Irish Red was probably the least complex, but the one I liked the most. But all the beers so far that I've tried from this spring box set have been very interesting. You know, kind of showcasing, Sam Adams kind of gets it from a lot of people, but, you know, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And people are just crapping on them because, you know, they're not hopping on bandwagons right away, but instead kind of doing things the way they want to do it. And sometimes even I disagree. Like I said, I don't really like wit beers, which they did a lot of for a while. They know what they're doing. They know how Sam Adams knows how to brew. Sam Adams Boston Beer Company, Jim Koch knows how to brew good beer. And that's that. So, this is a great example of it. Another great example from the spring box set. Go out and get yourself that spring box set, and that's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.